the most interesting revelations to come to light recently has been the press announcement of the new Sabbath lineup, which is Ian Gillan on vocals, Tony Iommi on guitar, Butler on bass and Bill Ward on drums. Whilst the basic facts have been laid down roughly in print, an awful lot of stones have been left unturned, so let's get down to brass tacks. Boys, thanks very, very much indeed for letting me come down to see you in Birmingham. We're very busy rehearsing. Ian, can I turn to you first? Last time we talked was down at Kingsway.
Yeah.
And you were just completing the mix for the Magic album.
Yeah.
Which was a ginormous success. Really good. I hope that Driver song wasn't anything to do with me, incidentally.
Which one? Driving Me Mad?
That's right.
No, what was it called? Driving Me Wild?
Something like that.
Or Demon Driver? Demon Driver. One of those two.
Sort of the epic one, really.
A Demon Driver, yeah. Can't remember.
That Bluesy Bluesy was a tremendous number as well.
Yeah.
A good one. Then you did the Magic tour, and unfortunately the old vocal cords went a bit funny.
Well, it was on the third day, actually. My voice disappeared entirely. The doctor said I got nodes, and I had to stop singing, completely. So I couldn't cancel the tour because everyone had gone bankrupt. So we decided to just plug on and do what we could. And in fact, I stopped smoking, drinking, and messing around with women, and for a day or two, and I managed to get through it. It was all right, but I still had these nodes, and I had to sort of stay off the road for about 6 months to enable them to get better, which I have done. In fact, we're not going to be doing any live shows till August.
Did you have an operation?
No, the operation was one of the alternatives, but the alternative I chose was to rest it, which it just takes longer. That's all.
So what did you do with the Gillan band in the meantime then?
Stopped. We just wound it up.
Yeah.
There was nothing more to do, really. We just had an album. We couldn't do any touring, and we can't keep a band alive, if you're not working, not drawing any income. So we just decided to stop without any real plans for the future. If in 6 months' time it was still there, we might have got back together again. But in the meantime, you know what happened.
Yeah, very true.
I had a telephone call. I met these lunatics, and now I'm very happy to be part of Black Sabbath.
Smashing. So you two guys, that's Tony and Geezer, you contacted Ian, did you?
Well, it was arranged via the office and by your office, and we met in a pub in
Oxfordshire.
Oxford. It's one of those sort of meetings that we met halfway, and we went from there. Really, just had a drink and a talk, and all our ideas were the same. And then arranged another meeting after we were there all day.
We spent about 9 hours. I think the first meeting lasted about 9 hours.
Slept on the floor.
It was a really good meeting. We got on. We found that we were all very compatible,
Yeah.
And you felt that you could fill the post then of Black Sabbath's type of music?
I didn't look at it that way. I just looked at it in terms of, I was really excited. I didn't know what to make of it until I met Tony and Geezer. I had no idea what to make of it at all. I mean, I knew what a big name Sabbath was, but at the same time I didn't know. It's very strange sometimes joining a situation like that. But as soon as we sat down, I mean, we didn't even have to play any music before we knew we'd get on all right. And that's the most important thing, because you can be a fine band, but if you don't get on, that's no fun at all. I think we've all experienced problems like that in the past, where you sort of go on the road and it's treated like a job of work, and there's no real fun or partnership or anything else at all. You can't live with someone on the road without enjoying their company. It just doesn't work, and it in the end reflects on a band, and you end up with a band which is pretty short-lived.
Yeah. In the meantime, of course, we had to go back a little while. You had disbanded Black Sabbath. Did Ronnie Dio leave by himself, or did you ask him to leave, or what?
No, he just realised that we couldn't go any. It wasn't working.
No.
So we just said.
He was on the shortlist for a few other bands, though, wasn't he?
That's right. Yeah. We told him to go away, and he did. And he took Vinny with him.
Oh, he took Vinny with him?
Yeah.
Because we didn't want him.
Why, did he not like him as a drummer, no?
Yeah, he was alright. But he kept reading love books.
Wasn't getting down to the business then.
That's right.
It was just purely like session people, really. That's all it was. It wasn't a band as such, you know.
I think Ronnie Dio was excellent with Rainbow, and I liked him with the Electric Oath as well. But quite honestly, I never thought he was the guy for Sabbath. That's only my opinion.
Well, he's good at opera and all that. You know,
He's a good singer.
that's what I mean. Operatic rock, it's a style of singing which he did with Rainbow. But see, Rainbow was based in the States anyway, and came out of sort of American style production. I mean, Richie sort of thinks American now anyway. I mean, he and I have had many conversations about that. I think he's wasting his time anyway, personally, at the moment.
So you're not over keen on his style of music at the moment?
Oh, Richie's a great talented player, but I think I've not heard him play anything decent for years.
No.
Quite frankly. I mean, his ability as a guitar player, these melodies and structures and that sort of thing still come through, but there's no fire, there's no animal there anymore.
No.
As far as I'm concerned, I've told him that. I've told him he should come back to England and live here and relearn everything he's forgotten.
Typical British type guitar playing.
Well, not about life really, just about his whole approach to things.
Yeah.
I mean, reading between the lines, I can sense that's a lot of the problem that was going on with Sabbath beforehand, because you've got American culture and British culture mixed, and they don't blend that well, unless you're really lucky.
Fair enough.
That's what we found. We found having what with Ronnie and Vinny being American, it just wasn't like it would be if it was an English band. When you're all English band, it's a great combination.
So, of course, we see now an old member of the Sabbath crew coming in, Bill Ward. Welcome back.
Smelly Ward.
Welcome back to Great Britain.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to be back.
So, why did you leave Sabbath in the first place? That's something I never knew.
I left because I couldn't handle myself anymore. I couldn't handle a lot of things. I had a lot of problems. A lot of things happened to me that weren't particularly good. You know, there was some deaths in the family and just general relationships. Period. You know, there's a lot of things that were happening to me, and I couldn't handle it. You know, and I was screwing up. I was screwing up a lot of things. You know, so I just couldn't. So I needed to kind of take time out, but that time out led into worse things, which I've been dealing with. You know, and I had to deal with a lot of the problems which I had. You know.
Do you wish to illustrate further on those or not?
Yeah, I had a heavy drinking problem.
Really?
Yeah, I had a heavy drinking problem, which I've now managed to arrest.
Hey, well done.
So yeah, and I feel pretty good about it.
That's cool. You look really well.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Yes,
Terrific.
Yes. So you know that was a lot of the problem, to say the least. Yeah, a hell of a lot.
Did you do any playing whilst you were off sick at all?
Not really. I tried. I had several efforts at trying different things. All of them unsuccessful. You know, everything that I touched turned. You know, that's a fact, Jack. But yeah, that was basically it, and I feel pretty good. I feel real good today.
So, did you contact Tony and Geezer with reference to joining the band back, or did
We were still in touch with it.
We were still in touch all the way through. We might have drifted apart a little bit. We've never drifted, you know, we've never sort of gone, you know, oh, sod you and all that bit, you know. I mean, I've always been, you know, thinking about the guys and stuff. You know, they're always there all the time, every day, you know. So it wasn't like a big, you know, I'm moving away and doing my own thing and all that stuff, you know. And then. You know, I heard that Ronnie had left, you know, and so I went out and celebrated some more. And, you know,
I think everybody did.
Yeah. And then the guys called me up. We was in touch anyway. We were always in touch, you know. We called up, and I wanted to get back with the band anyway. You know, I mean, Christ. But I managed to sort out a lot of the things which I had to sort out, and only I could sort them out, you know, and. That was about it, really.
Well, that's good.
You know,
Well, Peter,
I'm just really glad that I'm back.
Same here. I am too. Well, Peter, who looks after your guitars, Tony, says that Bill's playing better than ever, with more fire, more steam, and so it can only be good for Sabbath.
I'm trying to get better every day, you know.
His nose has grown now.
Yeah, my nose has grown as well, you know. Yeah.
He's got 3 sticks now.
Charlie's appendages are a bit longer, aren't they?
Very, very subtle, Mr. Butler. Yeah, I like that one. Very subtle. So, you're here rehearsing at the moment. Obviously, you're rehearsing material for an album. Who's going to write the material? Because Ian used to write a lot of material for Purple, and you.
We thought you were, Chris.
Well, I will do, but you know how busy I am. God, there's nothing I'd like more. You'd never use any of my stuff, though. So who's going to do the majority of the writing?
It's a group effort thing. Everybody's, contributes.
Will you be still going for the Sabbath style, though?
Yeah.
As in some of the early Sabbath type material?
Oh, I don't know.
We don't know. We're still writing. It's just Sabbath, and that's it. You know, there's no sort of saying we're going to do exactly what we've done at the early type of stuff. It's just coming out as
Stuff that we like now, you know, if it's something that we write and everybody likes it, then that's what
we're pleased.
that's what we'll be doing
now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we're pleased with Henry here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great vocalist, tremendous. And shall you be doing any touring? Or have you booked yourselves in for any festivals or anything like that?
We'll be starting in August.
Yeah?
We're doing a few festivals around Europe in August, and we're going to finish the album first. We should be recording from mid-May till the end of June, and then we'll start getting the stage show together for a few festivals around Europe, and then I suppose mid-September or thereabouts we'll go to the States till about the end of November. Come back for Christmas. In January, then we'll be off again, maybe do some more things.
What label will you be recording on? Because I would imagine, Ian, you were tied up with Virgin before.
Yeah.
Right, and these other boys were with Vertigo.
Yeah.
What?
It'll be a phonogram
Still
again in Europe.
Phonogram.
Phonogram. Black Sabbath would be a phonogram.
How does that leave you, sort of, with writing, copyrights, etc.?
Well, I've joined Black Sabbath permanently. I'm the singer in the band, and that's it. I have got certain obligations which have been shelved for the time being. I was going to do various little projects which I had committed to prior to joining the band, and I think they would just conflict now and confuse everyone if I started doing bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
I have got an obligation to perhaps give them an album by next year or something like that. So, you know, if I get a week off or something, I may go and do a song in the studio with a few people now and again when I'm feeling up, you know, when I'm feeling like it. But I see Sabbath as sort of occupying my time full time now. I've got an obligation, but I mean, I think now is the wrong time to even think about it. It'll just confuse the issue.
Yeah, of course it will. Yeah, sure, sure. And have you booked in for any festivals, Tony, in Great Britain, like Donington or Reading? Because Ian did Donington last year, and then the year before, and the year before that, you did Reading.
And the year before that.
And the year before that, was it? Yeah.
4 years on the trot.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's arrangements being made now, but they're not confirmed as yet, are they?
No, it's not finalised yet. We will be doing a major show in Britain in the summer, and it could be on August Bank Holiday weekend, but we don't know where it is yet.
To you liar.
It's not confirmed anyway. That's all we can say.
Will you be using Kingsway Studios to record the album?
No.
Being in studios?
No, I've sold it.
Have you?
Yep, closed it up. The lease finished in end of March, and I've wound it all up. I've sold all the equipment. I've really cleared the decks now. It's a new start for me with Sabbath. Totally new. I've even moved up here. I live up here now.
Oh, great.
So, you know, there's nothing. I'm trying to get rid of all the past, really. Just in terms of cluttering things up, you know, because, I mean, for the first 2 or 3 weeks rehearsals, it was a real pain because I had commitments and I had to keep dashing off for one day here or one day there for television shows and radio shows I'd promised to do and things like that. But they're all finished now, so everything I do is going to be in coordination with the band.
So what studio do you intend
Manor.
using then?
Yeah.
The Manor?
Yeah.
Oh, so where's that?
Kidlington, near Oxford.
Kidlington, yeah. Good. And shall you be producing your own material, or
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
you're going to self-production?
Writing, everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the lot
Very
ourselves.
good. I'm really looking forward to seeing some product anyway. Looking forward to seeing you on stage. I'm sure there are, you know, thousands and thousands of other people who are as well.
Well,
So
we're looking forward to it.
I bet you are too. Yeah. Well, thanks very, very much once more for inviting me down here to Birmingham. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you, Chris.
Nice seeing you.
Thank you. Cheers.